Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Crosshatch Puzzles. We're here for another New York Times Daily Crossword Solve. It is Thursday, November 20th, 2025, and today's puzzle is by Adam Wagner, a regular contributor to the New York Times Crosswords. And it being Thursday, we're expecting a reasonably challenging themed puzzle. We can see already some circled squares in the grid, so we'll see what all that is about when we get solving. Let's get into today's puzzle for Thursday, November 20th. Duds in bed. Duds. Duds are clothes, right? So duds in bed would be PJs, maybe? Pajamas? Place for a castle. Place for a castle. Do they mean a castle like a rook in chess? Like, is it a chess board? Or do they mean a literal, castle on a hill or something? I'm not sure. Retailer across the street from Rockefeller Center. I don't know. Is it like Saks or something? I have no idea. Bread for dipping. Bread for dipping. Is there a particular kind of bread that's for dipping, or is this some kind of play on words that I'm not understanding? I don't know. Very, very. Ultra or extra. And then very, very particular. Do we mean particular as in picky? Or cubing needs. Cubing needs. Like an S-tier video game character. I am not enough of a gamer to know what S-tier means. Computer pros. I'm going to have to look a bit down. Subtle attention getter, probably psst, something like that. What would that make computer pros? Text like that? Bread for dipping, I still don't see what that could be. Guess I'm the dummy. Guess I'm the dummy. Jokes on me. That could be it. Still don't see this. Why? Bread for dipping. Dry seasons? Question mark. Seasons. Do we mean dry as in abstaining from alcohol? Do we mean seasons in some other way? I'm just not sure what this is. Signs of spring, maybe buds on the trees. Yaley and Eli, as someone who went to Yale. Off-road rover for short, an all-terrain vehicle. Sporting a tuft of feathers. Maybe like something like crowned or something like that. Place for a castle. Maybe this is... See, most of this looks like it is going to be board, but not this. Yaley. Maybe that means something else? Very, very looks like it is going to be ultra. Cubing needs. What? Sporting a tuft of feathers. I mean, oh, a castle, sand castle. A place for sand castle is a beach. Okay, fine. This looks like it might be crowned. Knows the solution. Maybe has it. Oh, maybe this is crested, not crowned. Has it, but what is cubing needs? I don't know about this. Blues group, the St. Louis Blues play in the NHL. Maybe that's this. Skin dives? I don't understand it. It's possible that there's something going on with the circles that makes this answer make sense, but I don't know yet. Beurre demi-sel would be salted butter in France, although why demi? Demi is half or partially. Half salted demi-sel? Maybe there's like extra salted butter. I don't really know. What about this? In position, maybe situated. Atomic number of neon. Neon. Is this the first of the? Is neon a noble gas? No, I don't think it is. Or maybe it is. Anyway, the only three-letter number that starts with T is 10, so I'm going to guess 10. Scots Bluffs State abbreviation. Is this a place in New South Wales in Australia? I mean, I don't know of any other state. I don't think this is going to be an American state. Scottsbluff doesn't sound especially Australian, but that's going to be my guess anyway. Turns on. Turns on or turns on. I'm not sure which. And in any case, I'm not sure what's going on with the theme clues, theme entries, so I'm not going to guess at that just yet. Por ejemplo, you could say, for example, in Spanish. Hail in Latin, I think is Ave. As in Ave Maria, Hail Mary. Rustic wedding venue. Could be anything. Musical with the showstopper Don't Cry For Me Argentina is Evita. Hitchhiker's Hope is a ride. A rustic wedding venue could be a barn. I've got the answer. This might be Eureka, in which case this would not be New South Wales. What else could this be? Could this be Eureka? I don't... Is this Elite S-tier video game character? Does that work with any of these downs? Baker of R and B. Baker. I don't know who that would be. Actress Seagal. I don't think this is Elite. This isn't really... They make runs at the Winter Olympics. Well, this could be sleds, bobsleds. Katie Seagal, right? And then maybe this is Sax. Anita Baker, maybe? Very, very particular, could be anal as a personality. Restaurants, serve yourself features salad bars. Better Days, maybe? And then this does look like Eureka. And then is Scottsbluff in Nebraska? That could work. I don't usually see Nebraska abbreviated as NEB, but okay. Ni hao neighbor. Is that an island in Hawaii, and is the neighbor Kauai? Maybe. Pixel alternative. I want iPhone here, but Spanx founder Blakely. I have no idea. First name in cosmetics, maybe Estee for Estee Lauder. Ensnare. I don't know. On the topic of, as to, excuse me. I don't know. Most characters in Pixar's first film. Is that Toy Story? So are they toys? Excuse me could be hey. Cubing needs knives. If you take out the circled letters, and I still don't know what this one is, but this could be knives. And then what about this? Turns on could be betrays. To turn on someone is to betray them. To ensnare could be to trap. Are these names in here? TED, Ted. Dish that creates an explosion of rich flavors in modern parlance. Is this umami something? Umami bomb or something like that? Because this could be SAM Sam. Maybe this is SID Sid. Dry seasonings could be a spice rack. Bread for dipping could be sop. I don't really understand that. And bread like sops up gravy or sauce or something, but I don't really Never really heard that. The dry seasons looks like it might be a spice rack. Overlook for, oh no, spice rubs maybe? Okay, that makes just as much sense. Overlook for an award. Oh, in fact, this could be taking dry season to dry season something as a sort of a compound verb, to dry season something. If someone dry seasons something, they spice rub it. It's like that. Because you don't really hear season as a short form for seasonings. I'm not really sure. Overlook for an award anyway is going to be snub. Exam for some sophomores might be the pre-SATs. Puts through the paces could be tests. Make as money. This looks like the overall word is going to be ambient, but makes money is to mint. M-I-N-T. Make as money, I should say. Perfume compounds are esters, I think. Spanish diminutive suffix could be ito or ita, señorita, that kind of thing. Senor, I don't know what. A masculine señorito, is that a thing? Anyway, either way, this is going to be the Ode to Joy from Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. Humor with an edge, biting wit, maybe biting something. A bash could be a shindig. Vesper Lind, portrayer in Casino Royale. Was this Eva Green? I don't know the character's name, but I think she was in Casino Royale. Messing around on TV is Deborah Messing, the actress. They may be threaded. I don't know. Singer with the number one hits Umbrella and Disturbia familiarly. This is Riri or Rihanna. Mars follower in Marseille. Mars follower. Oh, Mars is the month of March in French, and the month following that is Avril, the month of April. Came down to Earth could be alit as a bird or a plane. Source of the word tiki. Is this a Maori, the language? They may be threaded. Oh, brows. You could thread brows. This is biting wit, after all. And fops. It could be dandies, people who dress well, I guess. D-A-N-D-I-E-S. And this looks like M-E, the circled letters M-E what? Sierra Leone, M-E-L, Mel for the name. Jumping, Jehoshaphat, you could say. Egads. The stuff of life is probably DNA. Levi's Stadium player informally. Do the San Francisco 49ers play in Levi's Stadium, I'm guessing? Med school, maybe? Here for blank school. Tipping points could be tipping points. Bars? A place where you tip someone? A bar, maybe? He doesn't belong or hint to the circled letters in these theme clues. I guess this is odd man out. Probably is what they want there. Summer cooler. A fan, maybe? Something that cools you in the summer. Surfboard stabilizer, maybe a fin? Is that something that happens? Narrator antagonist in Hamilton is Aaron Burr in the musical. I guess this is an umami bomb. Supporting article could be a bra, an article of clothing. Wrestler who participated in the first WrestleMania event in 1985, probably Mr. T. Palindromic flower is Atta, the Indian flower, South Asian flower. And Star Wars character originally portrayed by a puppet that weighed over a ton. This is actually going to be Jabba the Hutt, and so this is tipping points as jars. You might have a tip jar. Makes a little more sense. Video game customization informally is a modification. And I guess this is Sarah Blakely and iPad, as I suspected for this. Let's check it out. Okay, not bad, under 14 minutes here, and 14 Thursdays in a row. I didn't get around to posting to recording yesterday's solve. Unfortunately, I did it very late at night. But a good Wednesday puzzle yesterday as well. Let's take a look at the theme here. So we have our odd man out. And so all of these are the entries have sort of letters that don't belong, 3 letters that don't belong, and the 3 letters that don't belong form a man's name or a nickname. And so in this, cubing needs is knives, but we have 3 interloping letters here, SID spelling Sid, making the overall entry skin dives. Here, turns on is betrays. We have the 3 extra letters TED spelling Ted, and that makes the whole entry better days. Here, make as money is to mint, MINT, but the 3 extra letters A, B, and E spelling Abe, short for Abram. Actually, maybe these are all short forms. Sid's short for Sydney, maybe. Ted short for Theodore. Abe short for Abraham. And this overall entry ends up being ambient. Here we have SAM, short for Samuel, interloping in ensnare, which is to trap, TRAP, making the entire entry star map. And finally, fops or dandies being augmented by the letters MEL, spelling Mel. What is Mel short for in the masculine form? Melvin, maybe? Anyway, these are that ends up making this whole entry damned lies. So these are the odd men out, I guess. So we got to take the men out, these odd men, to read the entry as it pertains to the clue. I'm curious as to if there's if these refer to a specific collection of specific individuals. I'm not sure, or if it's just sort of generic names. I don't like. I guess some of these are like names of presidents, like Abe and Ted for sure. I'm not sure if the other ones are. I don't know, or it could just be the generic name. Other than that, some good clues. I don't think there was anything. Some like sort of obscure stuff, but I don't think anything like super tricky. Duds in bed is pretty easy to get. There's a few that are could go one of a few ways. So like turns on could be to turn on like a light, or it could be turn on like betray, like it was. Actually, supporting article is, tricky, but that has a question mark to alert you. Dry seasons took me a while. I still don't like maybe 100% understand the. I sort of generally get that this is spice rubs are like blends of dry seasoning, but I don't exactly get how the part of speech is supposed to relate to the entry. That's fine. Place for a castle is a little bit tricky. Blues group, maybe. Pixel alternative, I have a slight, because there are pixel tablets, but when you say pixel, you generally think of the phone first. So this is maybe intentionally tricky, maybe just less precise than it should be. Messing around on TV. I've seen this clue before, which is why I was able to get it kind of pretty quickly. Is tricky, but has the question mark to tip you off. Similarly, tipping points. I guessed bars at first, but jars makes fine sense too. Yeah, not a ton of wordplay, I will say. Most of the difficulty, I think, is in figuring out that you need to remove the circled letters in the theme entries to be able to read the theme properly. But anyway, a good puzzle by Adam Wagner. All of his puzzles tend to be quite satisfying. And that's it for today. If you enjoyed this all, please give it a like. If you want to know when I'm posting next, hit that subscribe button. And we will see you the next time on Crosshatch Puzzles. Thanks for joining me. Cheers.